Hey, welcome back to episode 3. I'm so happy you're here. After episode's 2 cringy start, I thought maybe I had lost everybody.
Another one.
But no, you're back. So thank you for returning, and I can't wait to start this new little journey with you. So today we're going to be editing a picture from Golden Gate Overlook, and it's a pretty popular location to shoot the Golden Gate Bridge. It's between these two really cool trees. You go right over the bridge, and then you make your first right, and you go over or go up, and this is Golden Gate Overlook. So I feel like every photographer has a picture like this, but we're gonna just I'm gonna take you through what I would do to edit this picture. Our white balance looks good. I'm just gonna leave that as is. I might come back to that later. I'm gonna turn down the exposure because I like to edit dark. I like things to kind of pop. So I'm gonna start dark and then brighten the bright. And then I'm going to turn down the highlights, but I'm gonna turn up the whites. Yeah, see what happened there? So we have before and after. It just kind of made it a little bit more depthy, it just made it have more depth, I should say. From there to there, wow. I even impressed myself. I always boost the clarity on pictures like this. It's okay to see every little detail in landscapes, but like I say, I stay away from clarity a little bit for portraits, depending on the portrait, but more often than not, I keep away from clarity for portraits. Dehaze, I don't really like what dehaze does. Sometimes I go the opposite way. Sometimes I like it, but more than not, I don't really like it. I do tend to desaturate things. And yeah, honestly, right there, that's a really nice start. I really like the way that's coming out. Everything looks sharp. Everything looks sharp. You got the trees here that are sharp and the bridge that is sharp, which is really cool. I think I shot this. We'll just shoot this in. Shot this at f8. Yeah. So it just feels like everything's really crisp and sharp, which is nice. I'm gonna come here down to the tone curves, make my little basic S curve here. That also makes the picture really pop, really brings the darks down, brings the lights down. Usually I do all that and then I come back up here just to balance it out, because after that it is a bit dark in the darks and a bit bright in the brights. So make sure everything looks normal still, or not normal, but sometimes you'll look at your original and your edited version and you're like, wait, I like to keep the realism of it. I like to keep the bridge looking like the bridge. So as you can see right now, we just add a little bit of depth to our picture, and that's looking really nice. I really like that. Honestly, this is a really easy picture to edit. I really like that. So I've done my tone curve, and I'm just gonna pass everything up and just go right down to calibration, just to change those colors, change those blues, and get everything to what I want it to look like. So just messing around with this just until I find a color that I like, and I think I like that. I like that. I'm gonna really desaturate a lot of certain things, especially the sky. I think it's a bit too much, and yeah, I like that. I like the colors there. Not too extravagant, not too crazy. And then I actually am gonna come back up here to my white balance and just play with that too, because I feel like it is a bit on the cool side, and I do want it to be a little bit warmer. Yeah, there we go. And I do like to add a little pink to my warmth, because I don't know, it reminds me, it just feels warmer to add a little pink to it. Devil's in the details, right? So even though you're done with coloring and all that, there's always things that you can do to just make it better. Sometimes there is such thing as over editing, but details can always be, small details can always be improved. So how do we make this frame better? First, I always crop to 8x10 because it's Instagram for you, and I always kind of edit for Instagram. At this point, I do some artistic editing as well, where I'm not editing for Instagram, but this is definitely kind of an Instagram shot here. It's not artistic, it's pretty basic. It's something I've recently been doing is bringing in some sun rays with the gradient tool. I see a lot of editors do that, and I did it for a long time before, but I don't know, I probably just wasn't doing it right, but I just didn't like, I stopped doing it because I didn't like the effect after a while. But I've kind of figured it out. I don't mess with the exposure. In fact, I only mess with dehaze, because when the sun is coming in and it's really bright, your eyes tend to adjust to that, and all your eyes really see is a dehazing effect, right? So if I dehaze this, it brightens it on its own, right? And then I make that dehaze an orangey color because the sun is orange. Before and after, and you see it just does it's a big thing. It looks really nice, you know? And it's not brightness, it's dehaze. So we've really created a lot of depth with this picture now, as you can see, right? This is where we started, and this is where we're at, right? And another way, I'm gonna keep doing little things, just to kind of test them out. So if you bring a linear gradient from the bottom and just kind of darken it from the bottom up, and see that's a bit much. I think I kind of want to more of just darken the bottom, the very, very bottom of the picture, like that much, you know, and kind of bring it that way, then make the contrast nicer, or I'll bring the contrast up and the highlights up. So then you have this kind of another element of depth, you know, right there in the foreground. And then I'm also going to add a little bit more contrast to the whole picture because I think it needs it, just to make it really make it feel like it's there. I always feel like I always want to make my pictures almost feel 3D, you know, like you can just reach out and touch them. You know, and I think that's the goal, to make it feel like you're there. You're to make the picture feel immersive, you know, and I feel like that's the goal for a lot of photographers. So yeah, but yeah, this area is a pretty popular photo area. When I've gone, you know, I don't really have a problem with there being a ton of people there, although I like to travel on weekdays for that reason. But you know, it's a really nice place to hang out. The ocean you're right on the coastline. You can see the ocean. If you're looking at this and you turn to your left, you can see it's just ocean, you know. Fun fact, right? If you're here and you're looking at the bridge and you turn to your left, right, there's a cliff. And if you look down that cliff, there's a beach. That is a nudist beach, and I had no idea until I went this most recent time. And I feel like that's common knowledge, but I did not know that. And I'm over there shooting with my camera. I have my super long lens, right? And I'm shooting the rocks down there. And all of a sudden I see, I didn't see it in my lens. I actually pulled the lens away and I looked down and I thought there was a guy down there that looked naked. And I'm like, wait a minute. And, you know, not for any, you know, malicious reasons. I just looked through my lens to see if what I was seeing was what I was seeing, and it was. And he was naked, and it's a nude beach, and I didn't know that. I had no idea. Apparently, I think San Francisco has like 3 of them or something. I thought they were all in Europe. I didn't know we had nude beaches out here in California, but apparently we do. And yeah, we'll end it there. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Edit With Me, episode 3. And I can't believe I made it this far, even though it's not very far at all, but we've made it together. 3 episodes down and an infinite amount of episodes to go. So as always, our information's at the end of this video. We're still just doing gigs, trying to make money. I got a baby on the way. And yeah, Artie Images is just hustling out here. Like, comment, share this video, spread it around. If you don't like it, somebody else might. If you're a family member, just share it, you know, help us out. But yeah, thank you for watching Edit With Me, episode 3, and I'll see you at the next one.